Hey guys, so it's the 15th of October, It's a sorry day. You hear the sigh that I just made? It means that my week has been pretty overwhelming. I think within a span of a week, I find myself sighing breaths of just. It's not a good one, but it's a clear indication that maybe my feelings, my emotions, my mind is not exactly in a nice place. Or maybe it's a lot cluttered than I usually would be, or able to compartmentalize everything, my feelings, my emotions. So that's that. And I think that it's good to acknowledge that it happens sometimes from time to time when you're not exactly able to quickly resolve what you're feeling. And that brings about the topic of how are you able to navigate or sit with certain feelings if you have to, and if you are overcome or overwhelmed by it, how do you just get past this time not knowing when it's going to end? Sometimes it's a lot easier for me to just find the solution to it, but there are times when it's just not easy to find a solution immediately and put a stop to it, because then I realized that you need to actually sit with the emotions or the thoughts and maybe really reflect and think about it. So reflection is key. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, especially when you're in it. So yeah, I just want to do a check-in on myself, and hopefully everyone is too. So maybe the topic that I could come up with is really how do you just go through the emotions of life when you're feeling overwhelmed, but still knowing when to take a breather from everything. Yeah. So the first thing I tried to do, really, was to take a walk. Just take a walk. So I would usually just put on my music, take the bus home, and when I'm home, I just go to sleep. Um, but then I decided you gotta walk home today, so I took a walk. Still listen to my music because it is what helps me calm down, but just be in the zone. And to be honest, the feeling isn't exactly. I wasn't processing the emotions. I was really just being with the emotions, and it came to almost the point where I felt nothing. It was like I don't feel sad, I don't feel happy, I'm just not feeling anything. But I'm feeling something, and that's the most interesting thing to go through. And then I just walk through all the way home, and when I'm home, I'm like, okay, you know what? I am at the final destination. Before I just shower and go to sleep. Then what now? I did exactly that. I just went home, shower, and have sleep. The next day I woke up and I'm like, you know what? I still feel nothing. All these emotions, but I'm not able to process it. So that's fine. So yeah. But the next day I decided to go to a place that I'm not necessarily going to buy things, but it just brings me a bit of joy. And that was to surround myself with books. So I went to Kinokuniya, shout out to them, and just walked through the lanes and just to make myself feel happy. Just and then a thought process came to me, be like, you know what? It's been a long time since you've done things that you've used to love. What are things that you used to love? One, maybe you can do it to make yourself feel happy. So it was just surrounding myself in books. Didn't necessarily purchase anything because nothing in particular was interesting me, and also because I still have a lot of books at home. And then I decided you also like singing, so and that is cost efficient. So I went home, listened to a couple of songs. Like, I'm gonna do a cover of that, and so I did. And the next thing I realized was, hey, one, you you have actually just spent almost close to 32 hours at least on your own. You didn't really text your friends or talk to your family members, but you were able to just be with your emotions for a good 32 hours and not cry yet. And I was like, there was a point of time in life when I would just listen to music and start crying. That's normal. But I wasn't doing it, and I wonder whether that was a sign of maturity or just me being able to just um find a new coping mechanism. But then, of course, people will say you're not addressing the issue. And I think, yeah, that would have to come a point of time when I would have to address the issue. But this is one of the moments when I realized that as much as you want to address your issues immediately, maybe you need to take a step back, just take a step back. And I did just that. Do I feel better? Slightly better today on the 15th of October. Is my issue solved? No, because I don't really know what is causing me to feel this way. I am grateful for some of the friends that I met during this period, just to put a smile on my face. But yeah, it's a process, and I think that is a thing that most of us might have trouble with, being on our own, and not feel lonely, knowing how to be on your own. Yeah, and number two, yeah, just sitting with certain emotions first. Yeah. Well, that's all my thought process for the week. Now, I'll see you guys maybe on the next check-in. This is a new thing, yeah, to do some check-ins for myself, talking to people who's listening. So have a great weekend, guys, and remember, just take your time for yourself sometimes.